All right, welcome to the Hill Climb Challenge. This is Titans Grove, just about to approach the start of the climb, which completely caught me by surprise because I am not a fan of approaching the climb from this direction. So when this banner popped up on the left, I was like, okay, good, I'm getting close to the climb. And usually I'm used to looking at that banner and then looking for my little silhouette guy. And then I turn the corner and see the green start line. I'm like, uh-oh, like it's time to go. So you see my power ramp up and I start pushing it. And so these last few days I've spent doing some maintenance on my bike. Got a new bottom bracket, got a new chain ring, um, changed my so my chain rings went from standard to oval because I got a machine P505 power meter, which gave me the ability to, um, ended up requiring me to switch the bottom bracket and the chain ring. And the only reason why I got oval chain rings is because that's what shipped the quickest to my local area. And most of the other chain rings that I found were not only like double or triple the cost of what I paid for the ovals, but also they were smaller sizes. They were like 50-34, and I really wanted to stick with the 52-39s. I feel like I'm getting stronger on those, so I really wanted to keep that. And then also these are 110 BCD, four bolt configuration versus my previous ones, which are 5339, 110 BCD, but they're 5 bolt configuration. So in order to stick with what I had, I um, ended up getting the oval chain rings, got them in, installed everything, and I gotta say, I feel like I understand why Chris Froome likes the oval chain rings, because as you can see here, right now I'm pushing almost 300 watts, and I feel like I'm doing it effortlessly. My heart rate is in the 170s. My heart rate thread actually popped on this climb, so my heart rate's not going to be 100% accurate. But as you can see, I'm holding right around 380 watts, just under 400 watts, and I'm still feeling good. I'm able to push a little bit harder. The one part I don't like about coming at this climb from this side of the climb is the fact that there's these, not only does it start on a negative slope and has a small little bump of a hill, and you end up on a flat for a little while, so I feel like I end up wasting time there versus the climb itself. But and then the climb has a couple sections where it kind of goes into a false flat, so the power drops and then you have to ramp back up. And so you know, I prefer the other direction of this climb, the Titans Grove. But this is the hill climb race. So I decided to join this at the last minute. I intended on doing a zone 2 ride, but then I saw there was a hill climb race, and I really like these kinds of races because it's not about trying to get across the line first, it's about getting to the top of the climb the fastest. And so here we go, still pushing over 300 watts. And again, for me, this is not my typical power output on these kinds of climbs. It usually, my power usually ends up dropping below 300 really quick with the regular chain rings. I also changed my crank length to 165 millimeters instead of the 170 or 172 on my previous chain ring setup, and so I think that also is helping me with put the consistent power out. As you can see, after that, second little false flat there, my power started dropping a bit. Definitely started losing steam. I could feel my heart rate not only climbing, but felt like it was, getting close to bursting through my chest. I saw that I was coming up to the end here, so I'm doing my best to try and keep to the upper edge of the 200 watts into 300 watts, so that way I can finish strong. And again, even though I didn't get out of the saddle like I would have expected I would, it still doesn't feel as difficult to put out this kind of power because when you're on the pedals, it almost feels like, especially, and you feel this more when you're standing on the pedals, you feel like you're falling forward, which to me has is kind of translated in my mind to being able to put out more power um, on the actual climb itself. And so as you can see here, climbing back up to the low 300s, which again is definitely stronger than what I would normally put out on this kind of a climb. And then just about to come up to the finish, I see the little humps for the actual end. Well, not right now, but I'm looking at the map, seeing where it's coming, and then seeing it in the distance there. And I'm really looking to maximize. I guess my heart rate was still catching me because it's showing 186 right now. It definitely was not going to be accurate. And I once I saw these little mounds, I got excited because I knew I did better than I had previously done on this ride. So I definitely got a personal best on this. I got 509 across the line or across the top of the hill, um, which for me was exciting. I was ecstatic to be able to get a 509. Again, being on the Pinarello Dogma F 2024 and the lightweight Meilenstein wheels, I knew that I was going to be set up equipment wise for the climb. There, there I go. Just kind of took the heart rate strap out, showing where it kind of broke off because that's just how stuff happens, especially when you're 88 plus kilograms and ate a lot of junk food today. So I definitely put on an extra pound or two of water weight. So broke my strap. And yeah, just coming here to the end, didn't really intend on putting any power. Once again, this is not about getting across the line. It's about finishing the fastest on the K1. And to my surprise, eighth place on this stage. Second fastest in my category on the top of the hill, eighth place on the stage. Absolutely excited to get a top 10 finish. At Zwift Power, much to my surprise. So I knew I was second on the category, but much to my surprise, on Zwift Power, I got first place for Cat C, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. And, especially since some of the Cat B guys, I was not that far behind. The guy that I rode with most of the way, Hutchins, ended up in first place, which congratulations to him. And a couple of the other guys that I spoke with on the after the race was done. Great job, guys. Great job. But I'm absolutely excited to have taken first place on this stage. So, yeah, wrapping this up.